how you follow up with and catch up.
Yep.
And the reason why it's important.
Yep.
Then you've then got money. It's what a friend of mine says. Blaine uses, which I really do like, is money in the bank. Yeah. So you have actually made quite a considerable deposit into the bank. So you can now start taking that money out near the end of the lesson. And by taking that money out, you're finding out what learning's taking place.
Right.
You're not actually passing it completely over and leaving me on my own, yeah?
Yeah.
Which would be the wrong thing to do. But you are actually taking money in and giving me a chance to show you what I've learned.
Right.
And
Yep.
and asking me, why. Don't just ask me, what am I going to do?
Why is that important?
Yeah, why am I going to do it, yeah? Because I don't want to be doing a parafashion. I want to be doing it because I know I understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Parafashion is like, learning by rote to, yeah? Yeah, so I'm just learning because, I remembered what you said to do, yeah?
Mhm.
I'll get second gear, bring the clutch up, yeah? Check the mirrors, but, I need to know why, yeah? So it's learning by understanding. That make sense?
It does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then obviously, when this subject comes in a phase 1 and a phase 2, so it would come in at a partly trained level,
Yeah.
and it would also come in at a trained level,
Right.
where I could have a test coming up in 3 weeks' time, yeah?
Mhm.
So therefore you just be using Q&A, and let's just say I was coming up to a right hand turn and you could see that I was either too far to the right for the left of centre or I wasn't far enough. There is time for you to get in there and try and get me into that position before I get to the junction, especially if I was over the white line.
Yeah.
By saying steer 5 minutes to me, hold it there, 10 minutes to you, hold it there,
Yeah.
and straighten up. And if there's nobody behind you, then you can actually just ask me. I don't want to go into it too deeply today, but you just ask me, what's my position for a turning right? Oh, left to centre.
Mhm.
And how do I judge that? Well, I'd probably say to you, after 6-7 months of having driving lessons, that I just know it. And what's the consequences? Oh, if I'm over the white line and a car comes around the corner, it's going to hit me. Or if I'm too far to the left, then people are going to get confused. So I know what I should be doing.
Yeah.
I know the consequence of not doing it. But which bit do I not know? So you've asked me, how I'm judging it, and I say, oh, I just know it after 6-7 months of learning to drive, yeah?
Mhm.
And I know where I should be,
Yeah.
and I know the reasons why I should be there,
Yeah.
and the consequence of not being there. Which bit do I not know? The
I'm
how.
thinking now. How do you do it?
Yeah. Which should be a reference point, wouldn't it?
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Is
so
the road from the centre?
So I'm thinking that I have got the right position,
Yeah.
but it's just my lack of judgment is wrong, yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm just not lining that reference point up correctly. So the only bit you'd have to work on, if that problem arose on the phase 2, by doing the analysation properly, will lead you to the only bit of remedial action that you need.
Right.
I know where I should be,
Yeah.
so I know the what, yeah?
Yeah.
I know the consequences of being in the wrong position, yeah? The only bit I don't understand is the how.
How to rectify
yeah?
it and how to avoid
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just that my experience is just, even though I've had 6-7 months of lessons, there is a deficiency in my judgment, and it's a deficiency in me being able to pick up what I thought I didn't need a reference point anymore, but I do.
Right.
So by resetting the reference point, then that gives me a chance then to practice it, yeah?
Right.
Make sense?
Does now. Yeah. Now that
Yeah?
I talked you through. Yeah.
Right, I'll give that a pause.
Okay.